My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. It had to come from somewhere. It had to. Everything has a beginning. Everything has its origins. But where it all began, where it came from, how did it happen? Tonight, I'm going to find out. Strap yourselves in with a metaphorical seatbelt, because it's going to be a wild ride. Tonight, we are going to find the origins of Reviewbrah. That string of cheese was evil. It was. I wanted it gone. I go there so often the employees all know me by name. When I walk in, oh, hey John, how's it going? Yeah, the guy says, but... And that's good to be recognized by the employees there, you know?
John Urasek, better known online as Reviewbrah, is an American YouTuber from New York. He took the world by storm with his in-depth reviews of fast food items, wherein he also displays his impeccable taste in vintage fashion.
Hello everyone, this is Energy Crisis, an energy drink report. Alright, so...
I think at some point everyone's kind of wondered why I wear the suits. Let's close our eyes for about 5 seconds and think about the suits. Alright. You know, I started even, considering I started wearing these suits long ago. I mean, goes back a while. Goes back about 10 years or so. That's when I first started getting interested in the idea of wearing formal wear. My first interest in formal wear was sparked about a decade ago when I was, seeing old TV shows and old pictures, and I would see how formally everyone dressed back then. And, I kind of said, I wish more people dressed like that, and I kind of wish, I could dress like that in a sense. And this is the knot that I go with most often. Of course, I'm going to show you in much greater detail. The necktie band and your collar. This gap where my whole hand is sticking out. You can see my attire. You might be interested in what this is. This is just a Jones, New York kind of bathrobe type of thing, and I'll wear that sometimes when I do my face and when I wash my face, because I don't know. It's a floral design, but I like it. I like the way it looks. And it does a good job kind of keeping water off of the outfit, and that way I could still wear a tie. And eventually, after much thought, I finally decided, you know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try not to care all that much about, what other people might think, and I'm just gonna try it. I'm already an unusual looking character, to say the least. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Do it!
What is that?
His admiration for antiquated things wouldn't end at suits. He was also fascinated by shortwave radio.
I mean, I listened to the radio my whole life, but that was AM and FM radio, which you can listen to in any car. 2012, I began listening to shortwave first. It's something that I spend hours on every single day now, and it is by far my biggest hobby, so it all started in 2012. Before then, in 2006, 6 years earlier when I was very young, but I was very into VHF and UHF radio. That's the police scanner. Believe it or not, it was my intention to, I wanted to listen to the school buses because I thought they had radios in them. And I looked up the frequencies in this book to find the school bus company, and I plugged that into the scanner, and I was able to listen to the school buses. I was able to listen to their communications back and forth, and I did that I did that for fun. And now we're going to try the burger with some shortwave radio accompaniment, I hope. So it's the signature crafted sriracha burger from McDonald's going in. what is the report of the week? You know? What is this YouTube channel? I want this channel to be whatever it is for you. You know?
I remember one day being in the supermarket. Might have been an AMP. I remember walking past the energy drink section. I remember seeing all these cans lined up. Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar. I remember thinking, number one, what do these taste like? And number two, how long do these last for? I thought, there's so many of these out there. I mean, there's a ton of them. Surely there must be some variation among all of them. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to upload any of this stuff to YouTube. I wasn't. I was actually just going to do this as a study just for my own interest. And I remember watching this food review on YouTube.
Hey everybody, time for PizzaWars.net, back with another pizza review.
It was by a user named Pizza Wars. He did pizza reviews. And I thought to myself, that's really cool. And I looked at the camera I had, the HD camera, and the energy drinks I was fascinated with. And then it clicked. How about I do energy drink reviews? How about I publish it on YouTube for the world to see?
He created his YouTube channel in 2011. He named his channel the Report of the Week because he planned on making weekly videos, and would post his first video where he donned his regular attire, a suit and tie.
Hello everyone, this is Energy Crisis. Right now we're going to be doing a study regarding energy drinks, and I'll be rating them on 3 categories: price, durability, and taste. Today we're doing 5-hour energy in pomegranate form. Previously I have done 5-hour energy in orange flavor. Not bad at all, I'd have to admit. This beat the orange one by far, and I'll be honest. The orange one left this really crappy aftertaste. Now, I'd have to acknowledge that people's taste buds are different, you know, but I'm just saying, for me, it tasted like you-know-what in the back of my throat. In my opinion, it would be better if they named it 2.5-hour energy, not 5-hour energy. Anyway. Of course, the first video was published that night. I remember actually checking back, and I was astonished to see that my first video the same night had like 40 views. I thought that was really something. And of course, things quieted down the next day, but I still thought that was something. I thought that was cool. Thus, the Report of the Week was born. Okie dokes. I'm not sure what to expect, because the last time I had this, it was only... Let me just pour this down up here. I think that'll be much easier. Oh no, I'm spilling something. Look at this. Alright, now, take a look at this. It's green. It's green. It's green. Look at it. It's like a greenish yellow. So I continued to produce reviews. Video 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., etc. Second off... Cut it. Now, right here... There... Sorry, cut. Kind of matches my tie, actually, if you look at it.
John would excitedly tell some of his classmates about his new YouTube venture.
It spread like wildfire through the young acquaintances in the establishment of education which I attended at the time. So all of a sudden, it was almost like a mini, viral video. And even then, people might say, looking at this guy's earlier videos, this must have been such a cringe fest. But it really wasn't. A majority of these people knew me, personally. So it wasn't like seeing some random dude on the internet. So it was actually incredibly supportive. It really was. Wish me the best of luck. Cheers. Oh god, that tastes... This is not good. Tastes like garbage. What can you do? That's life, Nothing's always gonna be good. You're gonna have some good things and some bad things.
John was right. There would be some bad things. Unfortunately, as is the law of the internet, John's innocent nature would attract a few bad apples. His third energy drink review would be shared on Twitter, and not for good reason.
To feel they have the right, the obligation to, mock others, because of course it's cool to pick on the guy they perceive as weaker.
Oh, he has autism, definitely. Autism meter through the roof. I was only but a young individual.
It's like really bubbly, and it's yellow. And I shouldn't be saying this is kind of mean, but it looks like somebody pissed in it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I had to say that.
Some of that enthusiasm and excitement from my childhood years still lingered. There's no reason to say, oh, he's acting like a kid, which I was back then, so he's clearly retarded.
His videos would make their way onto different forums, including a bodybuilder forum, and he was gifted the name Reviewbrah, which just seemed to stick.
And I guess it was just because of the, the culture, the community on these sites. Everyone called each other brah. I don't know if this is done anymore, but at the time, hey brah, yeah, what's up brah, this brah, that brah. And the members of these sites decided, okay, well, the guy that does the food reviews is Reviewbrah. I adopted it initially tongue-in-cheek because I personally found it ridiculous. I thought, the juxtaposition of Reviewbrah compared to the actual channel is incredible. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna, adopt it as a joke and that'll be that. Well, of course, it turns out that compare the name Reviewbrah to the report of the week. Which is gonna stick with people better, which are people going to remember better? If it pleases Reviewbrah, surely it can please anyone.
Despite the few trolls that riddled his comment section, John was determined not to let them spoil his fun.
This is John, and we are doing dominoes today. Right now we got an order of the chicken kickers, or whatever you call it. Buffalo chicken kickers, pardon me.
He would continue to post videos and would try a few different series on his channel. One of these was his Running on Empty food review series.
Any of you energy drink review fans out here may notice I have a bag of food and some water here. So what is this exactly? Well, this is not an energy drink review. This is a food review. Well, today, as you can see, I'm reviewing McDonald's, or at least some of their food, maybe not everything. So let's see what food I got. Satisfaction score here. I would rate this meal, I would say, a 8 out of 10. The only reason I'm not giving it a 9 out of 10 is because the fries were a little dry and not salty enough. But no worries for that, since you could just get your own salt and sprinkle them with salt here, like this. Okay. Oh, hey Mom, I'm doing a review right now. Alright. Regardless, so, that's my mom walking in. Regardless, any residents in the U.S., a pickle, some, secret sauce, some, onions.
No, originally the Running on Empty food review series was just supposed to be a small little thing to go along with the energy drink reviews. Little did I know that the Running on Empty series would actually almost entirely replace the energy drink review, the Energy Crisis series, which was supposed to be the star of the channel.
Before he knew it, he would be celebrating his first year on YouTube, and he'd do it with a speciality review.
It's been 1 year now since our show started, as of February 20th, 2011 to February 20th, 2012, so happy birthday to this show. Now, this drink I'll be doing, which is balls. Balls, that's the name of this. I'm just gonna say that right, it's not testicles. Hello everyone, good evening I should say, on this rainy evening. This is The Idle Mind.
In addition to his Running on Empty series, John would start the Idle Mind, a series where he would give in-depth lectures on random topics.
So today, we'll be talking about shoes. So first, let me get my shoes on right now, real quick. Do you know what this is? Have you ever seen what one of these is? Alright. This is called a shoehorn. What did the fish say when it swam into a wall? Damn. Now, as I said, we'll be talking all about shoes today in this episode. Why do we wear shoes?
What's the purpose of them? Why do we wear these uncomfortable, or sometimes very comfortable, ugly or good-looking things on our feet all the time? So we just took a trip across the hall, and here we are on the staircase, where I have plenty of shoes lined up. So let's try to make the best out of this garbage video, and let's try to accomplish something by doing this. So, those are slippers for you right here. Okay? I threw that. Yes, I did. Anyways. Hey, I didn't hit you. Missed you by 2 inches, but that's fine. Anyways, so that's about that. Used to be talking on the phone. That used to be real popular, but now guess what? Oh, no one uses their phones for talking anymore. And also, I can't text. It just takes me too long to ever talk. But that's just me. I have trouble finding a girlfriend now with that. I really do. Always have, always will, but this isn't about that. About bad drivers, right? Anyway. The review that started this mess. Trying to act all dramatic here, but I don't think it's working.
In 2012, John would post his Domino's Pan Pizza review. It seemed like all his other reviews. Little did he know, this video would change the course of his channel and his life forever.
So today we'll be reviewing the new Domino's Pan Pizza. So first, let's pick out a slice here. How about this one here? I'm expecting a lot of good stuff out of this pizza, so let's give it a shot. It's very good. It's pretty doughy, but I don't mind that. What I also have is their classic breadsticks here. Classic garlic breadsticks here. Here they are. And I got some garlic sauce with them. Gotta dip it in the sauce. Overall, I'm gonna give this meal, I'd say about an 8 out of 10. Just because I don't give 10 out of 10s. When I started up my channel in 2011, I had the comments up. I had the comments up all the way up until January 20th, 2013. My pizza review, the Pan Pizza review of mine, went viral on a site known as Reddit. I personally think that the video went viral just because of how unusual my topics are. They clicked on the pizza review and they see this kid sitting there, reviewing this pizza with this 4-button suit that looks like he's drowning in it. Mannerisms, to most, screamed autism. And they saw this combination which they'd never seen before, and thus it became, popular in what I would deem a negative way. Many people were saying, well, I never thought I'd be so entertained by watching some autistic kid reviewing a pizza. That always, gets me. Just because I admire the past and I really emulate it in as many ways possible, doesn't mean I have autism. I decided to try and be that nice guy, that guy who tries to respond or read every comment. Boy, was I stupid. And seeing all that trash, kind of made me depressed at the time.
John's video would be spread around on different platforms, including 4chan, College Humor, various blogs, and even The Atlantic, which only increased the negativity he would undergo.
I was both shocked by all the attention I was getting, and also somewhat outraged to see all this negative stuff being said about you in such a short period of time.
Things would come to a head when John's parents came across the replies he had made, many of which were just as bad as the negative comments themselves. His father was particularly displeased by this, and he would ultimately make John shut down his channel for a period of a few months.
And he said, listen, I want you to go right now, delete all of your comments that you made, and then we're going to shut the channel down. Oh, believe me, at the time, I didn't even realize I did anything wrong. I thought he was overreacting. During the rest of that day, of course, I immediately did what he said. So I began to get a little depressed because of that. How could that man do this to me for speaking my mind? Of course, as I look back at it now, I shake my head. How could I have ever tried to to put the blame on someone who was just doing the right thing and being responsible. And I had that same attitude for a solid 3 months. This was my chance of fame, and he blew it. As I thought. I don't know if my father noticed I was down in the dumps. I'm sure he did. But he decided, alright. We're going to make a few changes here. He said, you could keep your old channel. You could still keep the report of the week. And finally, in March of 2013, I was finally allowed to make videos again and slowly bring them back. Of course, under heavy supervision.
Thankful to have his channel back, John would try his best to remain positive and resume producing the content that his original audience enjoyed.
Alright, let's see how hot they really are. Going in. Oh, jeez. Whew! That's hot. That one wing. Holy crap. Alright. I look like I just had a breakdown, like I'm crying and whatever.
Hello, W6QD Los Angeles, California. This is W9WZE Chicago coming back. Good evening, Herb. Your signals are coming in fine tonight.
John's Idle Mind series would inspire him to make his own radio program called VORW, the voice of the report of the week.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the report of the week, and we are now on the air.
In this radio show, he would read out fan mail, talk about his day, and put together a few small lectures.
I said, what am I going to talk about today? What am I going to discuss? And I was holding the bagel, and I looked at it, and I thought, isn't that something? We're going to talk about bagels. So what is a bagel, exactly? For those of you who have never seen a bagel, think of a roll, alright? A circular roll. Now imagine it having a smooth surface. This alleged roll has a hole in the middle, just like a donut. But it's a roll, it's made out of bread. That's a bagel. Yeah, today, it went smooth for the most part. Until I got home. Found that, my fish passed away. But, I handled it well. I figured, everything comes to an end at some point. He was a good fish, though. Goliath was his name. But overall, he was a good fish.
Many of John's fans showed their appreciation for his channel, and he often received nice messages and fan art, which he often displayed in his videos.
Dear Report of the Week, my girlfriend and I absolutely love your show. We look forward to every upload. Your food and drink reviews are our favorite, but we enjoy every upload. My girlfriend wants to know if you wear casual clothes, or if you dress nice all the time. She loves the suits. Thank you so much for your videos, and keep up the good work.
Despite the nice messages, the negativity often overshadowed others' kindness. It was clear the hate comments were getting to him.
So have you heard? I'm sure you have. It's been all over the news. It was a shooting by an individual named Elliot Roger. Pretty much went on a killing spree simply because he couldn't get a girlfriend. And it's an absolutely terrible thing to even read and see what happened here. But as soon as I saw the headline broke, and as soon as I watched this guy's YouTube videos, I was in for a true S-storm following this. And that's what I got. Many online communities have said stuff to me, saying stuff like, oh, this guy's definitely going to be the next Elliot Rogers. I knew as soon as the story broke, people were going to go on and start trying to compare me to this guy simply because, I might talk the same way as this person, and I might enjoy nature as he does, and that's pretty much the only similarities right there. I'm not a ladies' man, as I'm sure you can figure out. I don't have a girlfriend. What can I say? It was expected. It's just unpleasant to know, how much longer this is going to go on for. So just another example of the kind of crap I have to put up with for deciding to wear a suit for my reviews. I found this guy, this gentleman, online. Weekly pizza aficionado, he calls himself. Rather insulting parodies of my videos here. Especially with the suit and the pizza reviews, etc.
hello everyone, and welcome to Weekly.
Especially for hello, everyone.
I'm so glad to have you back on week 3 of the DiGiorno Pizzeria Primo Pepperoni Pizza Premium. I did a little Ask.com search over the last week and found out I was pronouncing DiGiorno wrong, so folks...
It's a Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. April. Already, I'm just not feeling this week. I don't know. I'm just not feeling this week. Had a rough day today. You ever have one of those days you're just mad? You know, something happened, whatever. Sometimes you blame yourself for it. Sometimes you say to yourself, how could you be so effing stupid about the whatever? You know what I'm talking about. You have a rough day. So tonight I'm gonna have to take a good long walk and relieve myself of some of the stress. Had a rough day, and then I got that idiot still there on Reddit. He got banned, but he keeps coming back. No, you know what? Let him. Just let him. I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Not only did John have to deal with negative comments, but his VORW videos were not performing as well as he had hoped.
Yeah, very light turnout with the mail. Lighter view turnout also. The past lecture only broke 300 views, whereas the other ones have broke maybe, 2,000 or so. So it shows that nobody cares. Short and sweet, that's the truth. Nobody cares. Nobody values education anymore. Quite honestly, nobody wants to learn anything new anymore. Nobody cares. Everyone's just too lazy. They just want to do their own thing. And that's clearly quite evident. There's no way to prove me wrong here. You might be asking, well, if no one cares, why are you still talking about shortwave radio? Aren't you just wasting your time? That I may be.
John's defeated comments in his VORW broadcast would be met with backlash from the genuine fans of his channel, and he would soon issue an apology for his unkind words.
At first, the VORW shows did exceptionally well. It was a generally positive reception. And that's always good to see. Lately, however, things have been going south. Lately, view counts have been dropping. People have been unsubscribing in disgust. I screwed up, and now I'm facing the repercussions. I started a series last week, or early this week, on shortwave radio. In a recent episode, I said, the view counts are down. Why is that? I said, why is that? And they said, it's because people aren't eager to learn about something new. That's what I said. And because of my foolishness and my anger, I stand in front of you today to apologize. I apologize to every last one of you for my stupidity, for my foolishness, for my anger. The things I said in some of those videos were totally unacceptable. What I did, I used my anger to blame innocent viewers for my own stupidity. Last night, the guilt I was facing when I was reading in my inbox people who were so upset and disappointed with me over my remarks in the shortwave lectures was so extreme. I just had to go to my security system, block the inbox, and I couldn't visit that site anymore. I couldn't visit YouTube for a good few hours. I said I can't do this anymore. So I went out, took a walk, and I had to clear my mind. And with that being said, I began to think. And I knew I had to apologize for my stupidity, my actions, my uncontrollable anger. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry.
John, wanting to right his wrongs, decided he needed to be more positive and less focused on the negativity that surrounded him. John would keep producing content that he knew his audience would enjoy, particularly his Running on Empty series.
Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty food review. I saw the box, I just had to get it. So, it's a pepperoni pizza. We're going to be trying the first Twinkie I have had
since their 1-year disappearance. Look at it in its glory. Shaking from the excitement. Here we are. Let's dig in, shall we? Damn!
John's food reviews were performing more successfully by far than anything on his channel.
Let's open this up. So we got the cheeseburger.
Oh, they gave me the wrong sandwich. Oh no!
What little bit was left, I went outside and kind of threw it like a frisbee into the yard. I think I need a knife or something. We're trying out Long Dong Silvers today. We're trying out Long John Silvers, should I say.
John's channel would continue to grow in popularity, and he realised he could actually make YouTube his career rather than just a hobby. He would start a Patreon for his fans to support him.
Food and drinks, they cost money. You know, not overly expensive. You know, just gotta buy, you know, some food, some drinks, maintenance costs for the channel. We can say they're moving forward. It's gonna be better than ever. You know, we're moving on to never before seen things. We're going into uncharted territory. Well, we're not actually, but you know, that's what everyone says when they're asking for money. So I'm just going with the flow here. I just want to inform, entertain, hopefully put a smile on all your faces. It's the report of the week. That's our goal, our mission. And hopefully with your help, we can keep this going better than ever. That's a very poor attempt at trying to be amusing there, but that's just me.
John's next viral video would come in the form of all things, a water review.
And some of you may be scratching your heads and maybe saying, report of the week. You haven't reviewed this already? What's wrong with you? And this is a comparison, a rare side-by-side comparison review, live from Report of the Week Studios. We are reviewing and comparing great value purified drinking water, and we're comparing that to great value spring water. It has almost like a watery looking texture. So this is great value purified drinking water going in. Reviewbrah, you're wondering, well, what does it taste like exactly? Upon the first sip, it was this watery texture that really is the most noticeable characteristic of this beverage. Great value brand spring water going in. This says drinking water, but that one doesn't. So is that even supposed to be drank? Well, I drank it, so, you know, we'll see if I'm here for another review or not.
As his channel grew, so did his confidence. His dry sense of humour was on full display, and it seemed that he was having more fun creating videos like he had at the beginning of his channel. He decided it was time to connect with his audience again, and he'd do this by reopening his comment section for the first time in years.
I've had the presumption, you know, that people would want comments. They would want them to say, and they would want them to be expanded even. And that is very, it does make sense to me. It does.
Though there were still a few negative comments here and there, the majority of his audience genuinely appreciated his videos. The public perception of his channel now differed tremendously from when his pan pizza video first went viral. Things were looking up for John.
January 20th, 2013 was the day, a day that I always remember. It was a very significant day in my life. It was, you know. This YouTube channel, when it blew up, you know, it really suddenly became something, instead of something I just did, to really something that I devoted now in you know, a tremendous amount of time to. And just absolutely outstanding. Many of the beautiful things which had which had come from it. Who would have guessed that just a YouTube channel, could have such a significant role in one's life? But it's the truth. It really is.
John's success would extend further than the internet. He would make an appearance on the Comedy Central show Tosh.0.
Oh, so that's what pizza tastes like. Somebody blot his hair with a napkin. The boy who sounds like he swallowed Bernie Sanders is John. And every week for the past 5 years, he reviews fast food one slow, painful bite at a time. He'd review classier restaurants, but he blew his entire allowance at the Joseph A. Bank buy one oversized shitty suit, get 10 free sale. I brought in my main man, John, a food reviewer from New York. Help me chow down on some tasties. Put it there, John. Boom.
Here we go. It's got a few bites in this.
The pizza itself, I mean, certainly has...
That's all the time we have.
It was a very fun opportunity. It was like it was an experience. The whole Tosh.0 thing, it started back in 2013, believe it or not, where they were contacting me. I was actually very hesitant at first, and I rejected the idea a few times. I said, no, I'm not feeling it.
They were just contacting me over and over since like 2013, and then finally in 2015 I said, all right, I'm gonna give it a shot.
From there, we picked the date. I was flown out to LA. The trip itself was short. It just lasted, I was just there for one night, and that was it.
Some people were saying Tosh was very cruel, but I think that's really the premise of the show. That's kind of like the character that he's playing.
Daniel Tosh, he's awesome. He is a great guy. Really, really friendly person. The person that he is on the show it's a persona. Now, the whole Tosh.0 fiasco, you could call it whatever you want. I just like to kind of, sarcastically call it the Tosh.0 fiasco.
It was fun. I have a little beef with them.
The one thing that I wanted them to mention was my YouTube channel name. Because what they were really saying is, look, this is going to really pay off for you in regards to trying to promote your channel, get it out there, whatever. And I was told that they were going to promote the YouTube channel. It turned out, though, that the YouTube channel, they never even said the channel name in the episode at all. And that was the one thing that upset me. Because I mentioned it, I was told that they would, and they didn't. Now, the past is the past. Look, it is what it is. And that's all that there is. But as a result, despite millions of people having seen that episode of Tosh.0, the amount of people that actually saw the YouTube channel through Tosh.0 was marginal. As a matter of fact, I remember checking the statistics after Tosh.0, and I kind of knew it going in before they even showed the episode. I thought to myself that it's probably not going to get any subscribers. And I think I got maybe 100 subscribers. That was the one thing that just bothered me, but like I said, look, the past is the past. Otherwise, like I said, I had a lot of fun being on Tosh.0, and it was an experience. So, it was a fun time. I gotta give him credit on that. That was my only frustration, but that's all there was to it.
It's Queen. It's Queen.
Despite not having gained many new subscribers, John continued to do his reviews. He would go back to his roots and do an energy drink review, which would become another one of his many viral videos, and he'd do it with a special guest.
Quite sweet in nature. Well, hello. Hello. How you doing? It has that little bit of, now he's being bad. Alright. Well, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is, the drink itself has a kiwi type of flavor to it. Offers that little bit of, I'm sorry. The fact of the matter is that the drink has a bit of a bit of a kiwi flavor. I don't know. It looks like I'm just sickly anemic in the video, but I thought I wasn't that pale. I don't see that in my eyes, but
People were interested in not only his food reviews, but also John as a person. He would often make random videos detailing his life and interests.
always comb it back and to the side. Okay, press down on the scalp, back and to the side, back and to the side, back and to the side. Okay. When that's good, you're going to be left with a little excess on the comb, and with that now you can use it, of course, on the other part of your head. Cut the fingernails if you will. Alright, cheers. Back and to the side. Anyways, let's tune a little bit and see if we can pick up anything, because this is kind of like a dead zone right now. Let's get our pizza. Pizza. You good?
Yo soy más partidario de
You can speak
hacer una
Spanish.
campaña
It's
con un lenguaje mucho más
Radio
coloquial, mucho
Exterior
más
de España.
sencillo, mucho más fácil.
Actually, let me move. I want to move it in a little more. There we go. That's better. So here's what's left of the pizza. Yeah, it was pretty good. I ate, as I said, I ate all but 2 slices there. I thought it was solid.
Not only was his channel going places, but so was he. John would move from his parents' home in New York to Florida, where he stayed with some of his good friends. John's videos were performing better than he had ever imagined. He had made YouTube his career, and he was venturing out into the world. Life seemed to be going swimmingly for John. But this wouldn't be the case for long. John would film a Taco Bell, spicy, triple-double Crunchwrap review that seemed like all his others, only it wasn't.
Alright, as for the jalapenos, they're there, but they don't really...
Behind him, there appeared to be a green van driving by throughout the video. In the comments on the video, he made a startling statement. I was gang-stalked the entire time I filmed this review. I tried to pay the perps no heed, but it was quite scary. He'd go on to address the supposed gang stalking in his next video.
Now, before I start the review, I really just want to cover one thing very briefly. You know, what happened, if you look in the review, the last review, the Taco Bell one, around 6 minutes and 36 seconds in, you'll see this green van drive through the shot. And this green van was following me around all day long, and I thought, you know, well, okay, perhaps it's just a local resident, perhaps they're going to the same place as I'm going, right? No big deal, just coincidence, right? But what really got me was, during the course of this review, this green van drives through the shot, pulls perpendicular to me, had 2 passengers, the driver and the passenger in it, and the passenger side window, while I'm filming, rolls down, and the passenger suddenly gets a camera and starts filming me continuously while I'm just sitting here minding my business, not bothering anyone, not breaking any laws or rules, and then as soon as I stopped filming and looked at them, they rolled up the window and got out of there. And it's just very unnerving. No matter what, that's a form of harassment, a form of stalking, and it's just very rude behavior no matter what anyone says about it. And, you know, it is what it is. It's over now, and I said, well, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm going to go out today, get some nice wings, and, you know, try to put that in the past.
After this, a user on 4chan began making posts declaring himself the one whose van was featured in John's video. The user went on to claim that he knew which routes John took on his nighttime walks, and that he had even broken into John's house to steal family photos. Many were unconvinced by these claims, as many of these photos were available on his family members' social media pages.
By the summer of 2016, I was unsure if I was going to be able to keep this going again at this point, because I was, you know, boundaries were being crossed, and I was worried for my own safety and that of those close to me.
In the background of his following video, a mattress was visible in the backseat of his car, which led many curious viewers to comment. Many were concerned about the comments made on John's video. and someone would post to Reddit inquiring about said comments. John replied, "I am living out of the car at the moment. I haven't been kicked out and family relations are great. I don't want to share too many details at this moment. Just know that things are okay." It was believed that John was living out of his car to protect himself and those close to him. John continued to film videos in his car for over a month before providing an update on his apparent stalking situation.
With the whole stalking situation, at least, it is starting to improve, so that's good news there. You can kind of rest assured, at least, that it's starting to get better.
Years later, YouTuber Wang would make an in-depth video about the stalking events, and John would address it in a future livestream.
Let's see what else we have. Ryan is checking in, seen an old video, didn't know you had a stalker. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's water under the bridge now. Of course, that one guy made the video about it and kind of brought it back up, but, you know, he did what he had to do. He needed to make a video, and that was obviously a topic he could cover, but it's water under the bridge. You know, you learn a few lessons from it, and life goes on.
Things would get better, and John would eventually feel comfortable returning home. Despite the continuous harassment he faced online, some more positive things would come from his growing popularity. John would be featured in a CNN business segment.
Today's review is for the Burger King Bacon and Cheese Whopper. It's an iconic sandwich, and I've always wanted to try out the bacon variant. I am the Report of the Week. I do food reviews on YouTube. And the CNN Money feature was just something fun to do. You know, people were saying, why'd you do that? Why'd you sell yourself out to the media? Why'd you do that? Well, I'll take an offer if I can get one. It's fun to do. It's something that I won't get the chance to do again, most likely. It'd be a memorable experience to do. It'll be a fun. And at the same time, you can use it and you can, you know, help build the channel a little bit.
Before he knew it, John would achieve a milestone.
You know, truth be told, when I made the thank you video you could see a few months ago for the 50,000 subscribers, I did not expect one single bit, I didn't see it at all, that in just a few months I'd be making a video for 100,000 subscribers. I mean, honestly, I remember when I first started this channel about 5.5 years ago, part of me thought, you know, wouldn't that be something if one day I could make something out of this channel? Wouldn't that be incredible? And it's just, it's insane. I can't wrap my head around it that this channel is where it is right now. But I'd just like to thank all of you, especially my supporters, to all of you who listen to the VORWs, who write in, to all of you who offer your financial support to the channel, to all of you who are just casual viewers and never even leave comments. I just really, truly want to thank you for your support. And you know what? Sometimes this channel, I go through some tough times, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes things get to me, I have difficulties, sometimes I have problems with trolls or anything like that, but you know, I always try to stay positive, and I always try to think, you know, no matter how things look, no matter how many people are saying this or that or the other thing, or doing this or that, you know what, I always have some true supporters out there, and it's those people, those true fans, that I keep this channel up for, that I keep doing things for, that I keep going for, that give me the motivation, the support, that just keep me going, really, and I just want to thank all of you.
John continued to provide his viewers with the content they loved and would review the latest trending food items.
There they are. You can see a set of six donuts, 6 green donuts. And there's the horizontal view of St. Patrick's Day donuts. And there's the vertical view to my left of St. Patrick's Day donuts. You can see, of course, the insides are green. The name of this item. This is going to be the best thing you've ever seen. Get ready for this. This is the Bacon and Cheese Triple Extreme Steak Burger. What a name, right? Put enough back into me. That was good.
Months would pass before the next trial arose. This would be in the form of a cruel online death hoax. In 2017, following the Manchester Arena bombing, images began circulating on Twitter showing the faces of the victims of the bombing. John's face was shown in the images.
And people legitimately thought that I was involved, that I was a victim. And it was to the point where I was getting inundated with emails and messages, and major news outlets were literally reporting to millions of people that I was dead.
Gave me a new perspective on fake news, it really did. I mean, everyone talks about it, everyone knows about it, but you don't see it for the problem that really is until you get to experience it firsthand. But people can still fall for it so easily, even experienced journalists.
John was forced to upload a video to dispel the rumours.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This evening, I don't know if you've heard it or not, but some people propagated a certain rumor claiming that I was a victim in the attack in Manchester at the Ariana Grande concert. I'm just making this video to let you know that I am indeed alive, well, and okay here in the United States, not the UK. And this unfortunately was just an effort done by various trolls and website users, certain website users, just to try to mislead the general public with fake news and just to try to get some laughs out of it. So I am unharmed, uninjured, I'm safe and well, and really my heart and condolences go out to all those affected by the attack. Thank you all, just wanted to clear that up, and take care. And it's always sad that people will look at that and they will take something as serious as a death hoax and making fun of a tragedy where many innocent people lost their lives, and will make it a joke, undermine and degrade such a terrible situation. So that was really disappointing. And the first time, of course, I was freaked out. I was saying, look, I gotta refute this, I gotta make sure people know that I'm, that I'm still here. And then, of course, people tried to do it again, and again, and again.
It seemed that the online cruelty would never disappear, especially since his channel had grown so significantly over the years.
After the channel broke 100,000 subscribers, I started getting recognized more and more as I would go out. And again, as I had said, I'm an introverted person by nature, and every time I would go out, I would get recognized, and then I would get recognized some more. And a lot of the time, the people that would come up to me were always very friendly. Very friendly, always happy to see me, ask for a picture, whatever it is. But you would have a couple people who would kind of, cross the boundaries, be very intrusive, be rather rude. But what really did it for me was the fact that on more than one occasion, I would see people very obviously, where they try and take a picture of you in public in a discreet manner. And I'll see people trying to take a picture of me kind of in public like that. And, I don't want to say it creeps me out, but it's just very unnerving. That's all that I have to say about that. I've had to deal with that on more than one occasion. And just for me, that's kind of what drew the line, and that's where I kind of, started thinking about it. I started thinking, well, do I really want to go out and have the possibility to deal with this? And as a result, I guess I just became a lot more introverted, and I don't want to call myself downright reclusive, though sometimes I can be.
Despite being a reserved individual, John once again would let the public take another edited glimpse into his life.
Wearing a t-shirt. That's usually what I wear when I go to sleep. Just a, loose-fitting t-shirt like so. And, that's where we are now. So what comes next exactly? Well, after I wake up, I get dressed usually. And there I am. That's what I look like for the day. You can see it's, your standard suit of mine. People will say it's oversized, and, in modern fashion, absolutely, of course it is. When slim fit is the trend, but I prefer to wear older suit styles, the stuff that they wore in the 1980s that you might be familiar with in films from the period like Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street, American Psycho, etc. Some people will wonder, when it comes to just me eating a regular meal, I think for some reason or another, just I'm sitting here eating. Even if I'm sitting here, whether I'm eating with friends, family, or just eating by myself, I'll take a bite. And now proceed to give a long, drawn-out review of it. Even if I'm just by myself. But that's a big misconception. I actually do eat food normally. About 25% of the time, if you'll believe that. Everyone's day is different. It really is. All of my days are different, truth be told. Not every day is as monotonous as this one may initially seem. You have some good days, you have some bad days, but, every day is different, and this was just a day of mine.
On July the 4th, 2017, John would upload a video entitled Popeye's Cheddar Biscuit Butterfly Shrimp Food Review, which would change internet meme culture forever.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
The video has, as of the creation of this video, 7.1 million views. His quote became so popular that it spawned countless memes. John would even produce his own merchandise with the quote printed on it. The popularity of this video, as well as future videos with more memeable moments, led to an even more rapid increase in subscribers to his channel.
2017 got to 200,000, and now just 3 months later it's at 300,000. It's incredible to me. Let's just pretend for a second that this is 499,999. There it is. I never thought the channel would get to 50,000 subscribers, let alone 100, 200, 300, 400, and now 500. So it's something that's incredible to see, because it's a place that I had never, ever envisioned this channel to be at. So it's something that's just mind-blowing to me in that regard. I got this email offer, and it was for a big thing, and if I had taken it, the door rang, and it was someone who was going around door to door. They lost their dog, and I could understand that. It's very sad, when someone loses a pet, and I'd be going around too. So I marked it down and said I'd keep an eye out. But that's what that was.
Branching from his usual videos, John would make a series of videos reacting to the strangest memes and comments he had seen regarding himself.
The individual writes, "My grandma does not like your videos. She is 84. This is enough. It is quite unfortunate to tell you, but I'm afraid to announce that it is more likely that your grandma is to stop before my videos do." I know, that was harsh, but I that came to mind immediately after saying that, and that's all. But with all respect to your grandma, if she doesn't like the videos, she doesn't have to watch them. Title card. And this goes to show the emotional impact of long fingernails on some, I'm afraid. Why are your fingernails so long, brah? Why have you done this to me? I used to love you. Now I cry every night. Ever since I saw those fingernails. Why? I don't know. So, some of these, they just get me. That's all I can say. Be careful who you call ugly in middle school. I don't know why. Some of these just get me. Some of these I think are just so silly, right? And it's like, why? And the fact that they did that with my legs, I can't get over that. Prince Harry is so cute, with the hearts, Yeah. Very, yeah. What do you mean? This isn't the only meat I'll be eating. I was trying to sit there. I was trying to figure out a way to even respond to that one, and I don't know if I can. I mean, some of these just...
He would even address the time traveler theories that had been around since he had started his channel.
So I think we need an answer to the decades-old question. Am I a time traveler? I realized something. I don't even know if I really know the answer to that. Though the journey has just begun, I think I made a pretty startling discovery. Let me show you something right here. What is that? That's a computer. And I don't remember those when they were invented. Which that's implying that I was born after, you know, computers were around. So I think that's 1 point for not being a time traveler. It says in this 1989 photo, founder Dave Thomas poses in front of the first Wendy's restaurant. I was more of a McDonald's fan at that time. I liked the Wendy's burgers. I thought that they were pretty good, but I gotta admit, more of a McDonald's fanatic. That picture is a hoax. But I gotta refute that one immediately. I remember when I used to wear that attire, I would always, regardless of any sort of painting or picture, I always had the tri-corner hat on, and I always wore a black cravat. So that could not possibly be me, because I didn't at all. That is not me at all.
Before he knew it, John had achieved a milestone that many YouTube creators only dream of.
1 million subscribers. Blowout. Gosh. You know, sometimes I don't even know where to begin. I just like to view milestones in one way, shape, or form, kind of as like a birthday, you know? You turn a year older, it's a different number, but you're still the same person that you are before as you are after. That's at least how I like to keep this channel. I like the way that I run it. It undergoes a natural change when it, you know, when it feels necessary. $1 million subscribers, blowout.
Though it seemed that John had reached new heights, he was soon to fall. Literally.
I unfortunately took a very, very hard fall and wound up in the hospital as a result. But I was doing some work in the attic and well, I lost my footing and fell about 12 feet onto a very hard floor. I think it was concrete. There was nothing to break my fall, and I fell first on my tailbone, then the back of my head kind of slammed onto the ground too. And so needless to say, it was very, very scary. It was just so scary what happened. You know, there's been a lot of pain, and of course, in a lot of different parts of my body. And then I also got cut up with some nails that kind of dragged along my back as I was going down. And then I guess my mouth slammed shut, and I bit a lot of my tongue, and just a whole nice little, variety of various injuries I sustained. But the good news is that there's nothing life-threatening, but I'll get through it, and it could have been so much worse. Most importantly, there were no severe brain injuries, which is just, it's incredible. It could have been so much worse. It could have been fatal if I had, hit the certain areas, you name it. It could have easily been. So, and one thing that really shocked me, that really just blew me away, was after I, made the initial announcement as to what happened. The response from you guys, the community, was just, it blew me away. It was incredible. I never anticipated, never expected such a response, so I just most sincerely wanted to thank each and every one of you for your support, for your kind words, your thoughts. Thank you all so much.
The ordeal was a scary one. He was thankful to come out of it alive. He received an outpouring of support and well wishes from his audience. John would take some much needed time to recover. Despite his injuries, he was still able to do what he did best.
This is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, a very happy 2020 to everyone who's watching right now. First and foremost, just want to say a very happy new year. Yeah, we're starting off the new year with another food review. This time a pizza review, and yeah, doing the review this time from bed, a little bit of a bedside review. It's the extra cheesy Alfredo garlic Parmesan crust pizza from Papa John's going in.
Just the outpouring of support. It's astonishing. I can sound like a broken record when I say this, but it's nothing short of just incredible. It continues to just blow me away.
Through thick and thin, John would continue to produce his food reviews. It seemed like there was nothing that could hinder his ability to make videos, except for one thing.
And there were some people that were actually in protest. They're saying, look, Reviewbrah, I'm not going to brush my teeth until you try these out. So this is for the teeth, ladies and gentlemen. It's going in. On a little bit of a side note, I don't know how many reviews I'm going to be able to do in the near future. So I'm going to have to get some major dental work done. It's a long story. I might talk about it more in the future, but just had some really bad work done on me in 2016, and now, well, gotta fix it all. And as a result, when you get your mouth work done, you gotta give it a little bit of a break here and there. The show goes on one way or another, and hopefully with some better teeth in the near future anyway. Number one, if you couldn't tell, I'm getting some very major dental work done in just a couple days. I'm not really looking forward to it because I just have really bad dental anxiety. So, let's go back a couple years to around, I would say 2015, 2016, right? Obviously, you brush your teeth, you try to take care of them. Admittedly, I had a few lapses on my part. I was drinking tons of energy drinks. Obviously, I got a couple cavities. Some of my molars, in the back, it was especially on this side, the lower molars there. So I go in there for, an evaluation to just see, all right, maybe they could fix it, get it taken care of. It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. It was terrible. First they drilled and drilled and drilled. Then they put in a temporary filling to, and I thought, okay, well, I don't know why they put the temporary filling in to begin with, but, maybe it's no big deal. Maybe they just got to check it out or something. I didn't know. Go in, they take the temporary filling out, and they grind. And they grind, and they grind, and they grind, and they drill down on this tooth. Now, I thought when they had put that temporary filling in, I thought they already kind of cleared away the decay. They cleared away the cavity. So I was thinking, well, why are they drilling so much on this tooth? I was in the chair for about 2 hours, and they didn't put that much Novocaine in either. It hurt. It hurt bad. And by the time I was done with that procedure, about 60% of the tooth was left. And in this giant gaping, space that they left, they put this giant blob of the metal amalgam filling in there, and they sent me on my way. And they did a few other procedures too that only caused issues. One of my front canine teeth, I think it was, up there, they put a filling in the back, but then for some reason they put some of the filling material on the roof of my mouth, and it was hanging down like, a stalactite? That was bad too, and then the filling just popped out. There was a second filling they put in that popped out also, and then a molar on the back here had a cavity where a piece of it had chipped off. They just ground that corner down and didn't even fill it, and they just let it decay like crazy. Anyway, that all happened from this one dentist in 2016. Over the years, it gave me a lot of anxiety. It was such a bad experience. I didn't want to go back to the dentist anymore. I had this aversion to them. I didn't want to go. Another big piece of this molar back here broke off, and that's when I said, all right, I know this is getting really bad. I'm going to go to a different dentist, and I'm going to see what can be done. So I went to a good dentist here in Florida. They took some x-rays, and it was it was even worse than I thought. There's maybe, I'd say, less than half the tooth remaining. They drilled it down to the nerve of the tooth, and they said, look, I would recommend getting the tooth removed because it's probably unsalvageable. So that's what I'm going to do. The tooth on this side is also too far gone. The decay is just too bad. That has to get removed too. My wisdom teeth might have to get pulled too. So, I mean, I'm looking at getting at least probably 2 teeth removed, maybe 4. Again, I'm not going to be able to do the reviews like I usually do, but the channel's not going to die. Well, hello, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching. I'm your host, the Report of the Week, and I want to give you this little bit of an update in regards to how I am doing. One thing that you might notice right off the bat is that I'm talking a little funny. That's because I had 2 teeth removed. I'm a little swollen, and I can't talk perfectly. There's some pain, but overall, everything is going good. Here's what I have to say in regards to the procedure to do a little bit of a, I don't know, what do you call it, a dental, oral surgery review? Here's what we got. So I had all this anxiety beforehand. I was gonna get put under. I was talking with the doctor and the nurses that were there. They said, all right, you know, if needles bother you, this is gonna be the worst part. They put it in. I just, you know, I'm talking to one of the people there about the YouTube, believe it or not. Then the next thing I know, someone's hand is in my mouth, putting gauze in, and it's over. Procedure itself was absolutely flawless. Out of 10, easily a 9 out of 10.
As he recovered, because he couldn't do his regular food reviews for a while, John would get creative.
This is what they call the Jello consumption scooper. You know, you scoop it out like a shovel. Alright. Alright, the orange Jello going in. We'll see if it tastes like oranges. We'll pretend I've never had this one before. I was just messing with you there. I didn't gag it down or anything. I couldn't resist. I can't talk that much, so I'm trying to figure out other ways to entertain a little bit. And yeah, let's give it a shot. So, shoot. Well, that one, alright, that one was a lost cause. Alright, we're not going to be able to try out that first one. Let's clean that up. Let's redo that.
More dental issues were resolved, and he made a slow recovery back to his regular food reviews.
It's soft enough, I could eat it without pausing it. Yeah.
In 2020, due to the pandemic, people would be confined to their homes. This, however, didn't seem to change John's videos, apart from maybe a few fashion changes.
Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. I finally got on board with the latest high fashion in 2020, so here I am. I've stepped up the suit a little bit. I've got some matching gloves now, and got some protection as well. And I also, instead of the standard napkins, gonna go with toilet paper today, stocked up on that, so that's good. And yeah, you can see pepperoni, dipping sauces, and all of that. Now, of course, in order to eat the pizza, yes, I will take the mask off now. But there we go. You know, in all seriousness though, stay safe, and I'm just having a bit of fun. That's all you can really do.
His life was the same as it ever was, as he wasn't very prone to leaving the house in the first place, so COVID guidelines didn't seem to affect him.
Cool. From the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Let's tie it up. We're just going to be going with a basic half Windsor knot today.
He did what we all did during the lockdown.
Like so. Yeah, you can see I keep my hair much, much longer than I think a lot of people really think. Let's do that. So just a tiny bit off here. There we go. Again, not even all that much. Just kind of eyeballing it, you know, just seeing what needs a little trim, what doesn't. Alright, so I'm at the CVS now, waiting online to get the COVID test. Alright, so I'm getting the test done now. Have this instruction sheet here, how to take the test. Seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it?
I think so.
Okay, so I just put this in all the way. Okay. Never thought this would be how it is in 2020, but crazy. But, well, hoping for the best. Fingers crossed, anyway. Let's see what we have. Negative. Negative result, which is exactly what we wanted to see. So I don't have the COVID.
He'd even go a little stir crazy.
What you are about to see right now is going to blow you away. I think a lot of people have already known that I'm what they would say a thirsty boy. That's B-O-I. But as you can see, we have ourselves a tower of Starbucks water cups. I have spent, I would say already, at least 5 hours on this. And I guess I need to move the stepladder a little closer. Oh no.
Before he knew it, John would be reflecting on his 10 remarkable years on YouTube. The growth in not only his channel, but also himself as a person was an incredible sight to witness. To celebrate his success on the platform, John decided to revisit old times and react to his past self in his very first YouTube video.
Personally, it kept me awake not for 5 hours. I feel that they should rename it, let's say 2.5 hour energy.
That gets me every single time. I can't help it.
Anyway.
2.5 hour energy.
Let me see.
There's a saying that goes, the past is unchangeable, though at least you still have the future ahead of you. It's a very important saying, but it's true. The choices we've made are the choices we've made. The things we've said are the things we've said. And the decisions we've carried out are the decisions we've carried out, whether that be yesterday or years ago. And some of those choices, you know, in retrospect, I look back upon, you know, the way I thought, some of the things I said, the way I acted, and I look upon that with disdain and regret and sorrow. The mistakes that I made in the past are pretty simple, but something I wanted to share with you and something I really wanted to turn this video into. Gotta make sure the vest is in order. There was a time, around between 2013, I'd say, and late mid-2014, I was going through a rough time, admittedly. I suffered, still do, with depression, you know, a lot of issues, and back then, especially when I was starting out with the YouTube channel, it was starting to first get out there, starting to first get to an audience. I didn't really know how to handle a lot of, you know, the hateful remarks and criticism and, you know, the trolls and haters, and you could just call them attackers. And I didn't know how to handle them. I remember sitting there, taking it all personally. I remember being so devastated when people would call me this or call me that, and the other thing, you know, now I hear it so many times, it's just another word, but at that time, no one had ever really said those things to me before, and I took it so personally. And now I look back upon it, and sometimes I'll oftentimes very regretfully say to myself, I wish I never tried to be someone that I wasn't. I wish I never tried to be this person, or be that person, or act this way or act that way, because I thought that that's what I was supposed to do. But be yourself, as long as it's not hurting other people, harming other people, suppressing others. You know? You can have your own opinions, but I don't believe in hate. feel if we all treated each other with respect and dignity and kindness, perhaps the solutions to a lot of our problems that we face, hey, they might just come about, right? But that's what I believe in, at least. I know everyone has different views, and they're entitled to those views. But I just feel, be yourself. Don't harm others. Don't hurt others. Don't abuse others. Respect others. You could still have your own views and treat others with dignity and kindness. That's what I've learned, and it's what I try to employ every day through real-world interaction, through these videos, through my radio broadcasts, and any other means that I have.
To this day, John continues to make the same silly and informative videos he always has, and it looks like he has no intention of slowing down. Looking back over the years, it's remarkable how John's channel has grown, and how much he has grown as a person. He's faced relentless online bullying, in real life harassment, and a few health scares. Despite it all, he maintained his respectful and professional composure, and is now considered one of the most beloved and wholesome figures on the internet. It is rare to come across someone so genuinely kind-hearted and respectful of others and their opinions. John is unabashedly himself, not afraid to do the things he loves doing, wearing suits, hosting his own shortwave radio, and making videos for millions of viewers to enjoy. The next time you're feeling hungry or just in need of the company of a friendly face, head on over to the Report of the Week to see what's cooking. Trust me, if you do, your enjoyment will be immeasurable, and your day will be made.
I'm not gonna sit here being filmed for 5 hours to see if it works for that long.